In December 2004, an explosion 50,000 light-years away hit Earth's atmosphere hard enough to ionize the ionosphere and knock out shortwave radio communications across the entire daylit hemisphere. No nuclear weapon produced it. No human technology detected it coming. It lasted 0.2 seconds. These are 6 events that show what violence actually looks like at cosmic scale, starting with number 6. Number 6. Gamma-ray bursts. Gamma-ray bursts are the most energetic electromagnetic events the universe produces. For anywhere from milliseconds to several minutes, a single burst releases more energy than the sun will emit across its entire 10 billion-year lifespan. The mechanism runs in 2 modes. Short gamma-ray bursts, under 2 seconds, come from neutron star collisions or a neutron star merging with a stellar mass black hole. Long gamma-ray bursts, over 2 seconds, come from the iron core of a massive, rapidly spinning star collapsing directly into a black hole, a process called a collapsar, while the resulting jet of gamma radiation punches through the collapsing stellar envelope in milliseconds and escapes into space. A typical long GRB releases roughly 1044 joules. That is equivalent to the total energy the United States consumes at current rates over 1027 years, a number so far outside any human reference frame that the comparison is basically meaningless. The most extreme event on record arrived October 9, 2022. Catalogued as GRB 22Z109A, immediately nicknamed the BOAT brightest of all time, it was detected simultaneously by NASA's Fermi Gamma-Ray Space Telescope, the Neil Gehrels Swift Observatory, and the Chinese InSight HXMT satellite. It originated from a galaxy roughly 24 billion light-years away in Sagitta. Its peak flux exceeded every previously recorded GRB by a factor of 50, saturating every gamma-ray telescope then operating. The afterglow stayed visible in optical wavelengths for more than 3 weeks. Number 5. Magnetar giant flares. A magnetar is a neutron star with a magnetic field about 1,000 times stronger than an ordinary neutron star. And ordinary neutron stars already run around 100 billion times stronger than Earth's. Magnetars form in supernova explosions, and in the centuries after, the crystalline crust can fracture and shift under the strain of the magnetic field, releasing accumulated tension in a flash called a giant flare. On December 27, 2004, a magnetar designated SGR 1806-20, about 50,000 light-years away in Sagittarius, released what remains the most powerful burst of energy ever observed from beyond the solar system. In roughly 0 time, 2 seconds, it put out more energy than our sun produces in 250,000 years. The burst was so intense it noticeably ionized Earth's upper atmosphere, registered on spacecraft detectors that weren't even pointed at it, and disrupted low-frequency radio communications across the entire sunlit side of the planet. Instruments on the Rossi X-ray Timing Explorer and RESC satellite were partially saturated from 50,000 light-years away. Kevin Hurley of UC Berkeley led the initial analysis, published in Nature in February 2005, which concluded the actual peak brightness was still a lower bound. The detectors had been blinded before the maximum was recorded. A later analysis by Teruaki Enoto of Kyoto University used archival data from multiple spacecraft to constrain the energy release to at least 2 times 1046 argens. Number 4. Hypernova. When an ordinary massive star dies, it detonates as a supernova and leaves behind a neutron star or black hole, releasing roughly 1044 joules. When a specific class of very massive, very fast rotating star dies, the collapse is faster, the jet more energetic, and the result is a hypernova, 10 to 100 times more powerful than a standard supernova. The stellar type most strongly associated with hypernovae is the Wolf-Rayet star, a star that is burned through its hydrogen envelope, exposing its bare helium and carbon core to interstellar space, typically spinning fast enough to generate the angular momentum needed to drive a jet through the collapsing material. The first confirmed hypernova was SN 1998W, discovered April 25, 1998, in telescopium and directly linked to gamma-ray burst GRB 98425 by a team led by Titus Gallema of the University of Amsterdam. That connection, published in Nature in June 1998, revised the theoretical picture of both supernovae and gamma-ray bursts at once, establishing that at least some long GRBs come from hypernova events inside star-forming galaxies. The estimated kinetic energy of SN 1998W was roughly 5 times 752 erg-zeros, about 50 times the canonical supernova energy. Closer to home, Eta Carinae in Carina, roughly 7,500 light-years away, has been identified as a prime hypernova candidate. It already went through a major eruption in 1843, temporarily becoming the second brightest star in the sky, and has been under continuous observation by the Hubble Space Telescope's Treasury program since 1999. Number 3. Quasar jets. A quasar is the intensely luminous nucleus of a distant galaxy where a supermassive black hole is consuming surrounding matter at extreme rates, converting the gravitational energy of infalling gas into radiation at up to 42% efficiency, more than 4 times more efficient than nuclear fusion in a stellar core. Some quasars also launch twin jets of plasma perpendicular to the accretion disk at velocities between 99% and 99% the speed of light. These relativistic jets extend for hundreds of thousands of light-years and dump energy into the surrounding intergalactic medium at rates that can shut down star formation across entire galaxy clusters. The most studied jet system belongs to the elliptical galaxy M87, formerly Virgo A, about 55 million light-years from Earth. M87's jet extends roughly 5,000 light-years and was first photographed in 1918 by Heber Curtis at Lick Observatory, the oldest observed astrophysical jet in the historical record. In April 2019, the Event Horizon Telescope collaboration published the first direct image of a black hole shadow, revealing M87's central mass at 6.5 billion solar masses, surrounded by a bright ring of plasma feeding the jet. The Quasar 3C 273, the first quasar ever identified, by Martin Schmidt at Palomar Observatory in 1963, has a visible jet stretching 200,000 light-years at relativistic velocities. The mechanism by which the black hole's rotation powers the jet, the Blandford-Xenagit process, theorized in 1977, was only directly confirmed through Event Horizon Telescope data published in 2021. Number 2. Ionosphere. On August 17, 2017, at 12:41,004 UTC, the LIGO and Virgo gravitational wave detectors registered a signal lasting about 100 seconds, far longer than the brief 0.2-second chirps from binary black hole mergers. Within 2 seconds of the signal ending, NASA's Fermi Gamma Ray Space Telescope caught a short gamma ray burst from the same sky position. Over the following 11 hours, astronomers pulled in more than 70 ground and space observatories and found the optical counterpart, a faint, rapidly reddening transient designated AT2 G4 in the galaxy NGC 4993, roughly 130 million light-years away in Hydra. It was the first time gravitational waves and electromagnetic radiation from the same source were detected together. Spectroscopic analysis by the European Southern Observatory's X-shooter spectrograph, published in Nature in October 2017, confirmed the signal matched predictions for a kilonova, a nuclear forge powered by the radioactive decay of heavy elements synthesized in the collision through the rapid neutron capture process, the R process. The spectra confirmed the presence of lanthanide elements including strontium, gold, and platinum. The event settled a long-running debate in nuclear astrophysics. The heavy elements on the periodic table, including every gram of gold and platinum that has ever existed on Earth, were forged in events like GW170817, 2 neutron stars tearing each other apart at 30% of the speed of light and scattering their cores across interstellar space. Number 1. Galaxy collisions. The antenna galaxies, NGC 438 and NGC 4038 and NGC 4039 in Corpus, about 45 million light-years away, are 2 spiral galaxies that began colliding roughly 600 million years ago and are now deep into the process. Observations by Hubble, the Chandra X-ray Observatory, and the Spitzer Space Telescope show what galaxy collisions actually produce, not primarily destruction, but catastrophic star formation. The collision has compressed giant molecular clouds throughout both galaxies, triggering the formation of over 1,000 young, massive star clusters, some containing millions of stars over tens of millions of years. Chandra's X-ray data identified hundreds of ultra-luminous X-ray binaries, stellar mass black holes consuming companion stars, concentrated in the collision zone. The antennae is a relatively modest event by cosmic standards. The Milky Way and Andromeda, M31, are closing in on each other at roughly 110 kilometers/10s. In 2012, a team led by Roland van der Marel at the Space Telescope Science Institute published Hubble proper motion measurements confirming a direct collision in about 4-5 billion years. Simulations run at the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics show the merger will unfold over hundreds of millions of years, that individual stellar collisions will be extraordinarily rare, despite the vast numbers of stars involved, and that the Sun will most likely survive, just relocated to the outskirts of whatever comes out the other end. That combined structure already has a name, Milkomeda.